Well, you say that now, but you might change your tune after those phones start ringing.
Maybe the worst is over.
I don't know. There are an awful lot of crazies out there. Check my list.
What is that?
Well, I have a record of everybody who called. Now, so far, I have 25 people against the hospital and 3 for it. But out of those 3, 2 of them have relatives going in for surgery tomorrow, so they don't count.
Amy, I'll be fine. Why don't you go home?
I suppose I should. I hate to miss the excitement, though. Speaking of which...
Amy? Bobbie?
Hi, Jake. You here looking for incriminating evidence?
Evidence?
Yeah, I don't know, like, spy papers or plans left in Grant's desk.
Under your watchful eye, Amy, I don't think he'd be so indiscreet. Is Steve Hardy around?
Right behind you.
Oh, Steve, I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
I have nothing to say to Grant's lawyer.
I just want your opinion about Grant as
Anything you want to know is in the official hospital statement. You can pick it up in Dan Rooney's office.
I'm not interested in an official statement.
Then, if you don't mind, I have a hospital to run.
Look, Steve, all I want you to do is give a statement of a professional nature about Grant. Was he a good doctor? Was
I
he
repeat,
skillful?
read the official statement.
Is there anything in there about Grant's skills as a doctor?
Why should there be?
Because that's all this hospital should concern itself with.
This hospital's only concern right now is maintaining its reputation, and that's something Grant Putnam has already tarnished.
I do assume you have nothing to say that would help Grant.
How many times do I have to tell you? Read the official announcement.
Damn the announcement. Talk to me.
Not now, not later, not ever. Got it?
Hello, Steve. Is something wrong?
I'm going for some coffee. You coming along?
Yes, sir. Jay, hasn't been easy for him.
Not making it too easy for me, either.
Can't blame him. He feels betrayed by what Grant did. So do a lot of the doctors.
How about the nurses?
Some.
You?
I think Grant was one of the finest doctors we've ever had.
And personally?
If it weren't for Grant, my brother wouldn't be alive.
Are you willing to say that in court?
You bet.
Bobbie, you are a bright light in an otherwise dismal day. Thanks.
Okay, you guys know what to do?
Sure. Nobody gets on the property.
And I mean nobody, especially any photographers or reporters. If anybody says they're a friend of the Quartermains, you check it up at the house first.
Gotcha.
Okay, you take the front gate, and you take the back, all right? And I'll get you relieved in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Jimmy Lee, I'm so glad you're here.
What's the matter? What's wrong?
Well, Miss Celia's been so upset ever since Mr. Myers left. She just doesn't seem herself at all, and Mr. Quartermain's at the office, and Dr. and Mrs. Quartermain are at the hospital. I've tried to help her, but I don't know what to do. Maybe you can.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Okay?
Thank you.
Well, hi. It's a beautiful day outside. Can I get you anything? Why don't we go for a walk?
That's the last thing I want to do.
Why? It might clear your head.
It would take a bulldozer to clear my head.
Now, I can get you one of those wholesale. That's better. Stella tells me that Jake was here. Something wrong?
Guess everything is wrong.
Well, something with Grant. Is he okay?
Grant is in jail for being a spy. I would hardly call that okay.
No. What I meant was, is he physically okay?
Oh, I know. I appreciate your concern, but I really don't want to talk to anyone right now.
It might help if you did.
No, it won't.
Look, did you ever get a song stuck in your head? And it goes over and over and over again. You can't get it out of your head no matter what you do? Well, I found a foolproof way to cure that. You sing it to somebody else, and bam, it's gone. I bet you anything can do that with your problem.
Sing about it?
Why not? No, listen. Tell me about it. At least you'll have somebody to share it with.
You don't want my problems.
I want to listen.
Why? So you can gloat over what a fool I've been?
We've already talked about that. I wouldn't do that.
Why not? Everyone else is.
Because I'm not everybody else. Look, you followed your heart. You did what you thought was right.
And it wasn't.
Well, you loved Grant, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I loved Grant, but that is no reason why I should have been so blind.
Look, it could happen to anybody. I know what you're going through isn't easy. And I know that you're going through hell, but you got to believe me. You got to believe me. Things are going to be all right. Would you just trust me?
I don't know what to believe anymore. And I am pretty sure that I am never going to trust anything or anyone again.
You really should get something to eat.
No, my stomach's too knotted up to eat. The nerve of that lawyer asking me to defend Grant.
I'm sure he's just trying to do his job.
You taking his side?
Just making an observation.
How about making one for the press?
We have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I rather doubt that, Dr. Hardy.
How'd you get in here, anyway? I gave strict orders to keep all reporters out of the hospital.
Yes, but no orders against using the cafeteria, though.
Well, can't this wait? You can see that we're eating.
Well, not Dr. Hardy. I'm not surprised you don't have an appetite, Doctor, considering the mess the General Hospital's in over this Putnam-Dearborn fiasco.
Now, just hold on a
Don't try to
minute.
deny you didn't hire them.
Of course not.
Well, good, because that's all a matter of record. Now, what the people of this city would like to know is why.
We're making an official statement explaining all that.
Official cover-up is more like it. Now, Doctor, you hired 2 people for a job which entails the handling of human lives when they weren't even qualified to handle hamburgers here in this cafeteria.
They were well qualified, but we certainly had no way of knowing they
No.
were spies.
No way of knowing. Don't you have screening policies here? Don't you have background checks on the people you hire? Or can just anybody walk in here off this street and sign up as a brain surgeon
We
around
check
here?
them out just like we check everybody else who works here. But you know something? Your questions are not only a little stupid, they're very unfair.
Unfair? I think it's pretty unfair of this hospital to put patients' lives in jeopardy, Doctor.
Not one patient's life was affected by what's happened.
Yeah, well, yet we count our blessings for that. But what happens the next time, Doctor?
There won't be any next time.
Doctor, if a professional such as yourself has been deceived one time, who's to say it won't happen again?
Now, I resent that remark.
Well, I resent the arrogance of the medical profession. You people think you're gods, infallible, not to be questioned. I'm sorry, Doctor. The people of this city want some answers.
I don't have to put up with this any longer.
Doctor, I'm going to come up with the truth eventually.
Mr. Shelton, I don't think you'd recognize the truth if it bit your nose.
Just trying to get a story.
Well, I think you'd find it a little easier if your tone wasn't quite so accusatory.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Tell me something, Mrs. Hardy. Is the hospital hiding anything concerning Grant Putnam's time here as a doctor?
Tell me something. Do you have to cause a scene every place we go, everything we do?
Tell me, you have to cozy up to reporters every place you go, Ellen.
I was only trying to set the record straight, Monica.
Oh, records? What records? I thought the family was desperately trying not to say a word about anything.
It's that very fact that the papers are using to imply that we're covering up for Grant and Celia.
Let them speculate all they want to, Ellen. They're going to do it anyway.
The whole thing's such a nightmare. You would think that Celia would be good enough to disavow the man after all that we've done for her, but no, she keeps us hanging on a thread wondering whether she's going to defend him, whether she's going to stand behind him or not.
Celia is going to do what Celia wants to do, Ellen, and the sooner the family accepts the fact, the better. Come in.
Hi, Steve.
Hello.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just had a rather disturbing run-in with that reporter from the Herald.
Well, join the club.
You too, huh?
He's making the rounds.
Yeah, it's like the plague.
Which reminds me, I've got rounds to make myself. I've got patience. Steve, did you want to talk to me?
No, go ahead.
Monica, I'll talk to you later, all right?
Monica, I have to ask you something, and I hope you don't mind if it's a bit personal.
Oh, intrigue. Oh, what the heck?
I was just wondering, Grant Putnam was living with your family all this time. Did any of you ever suspect him?
What, that he was a spy? Look, Steve, if you're implying...
No,
anything that
I wasn't implying anything.
Just idle curiosity, right?
No. But yes, I'm curious, but I asked for a personal reason.
Well, fine. Then I hope you don't mind if I ask a personal question. Why?
Well, for one thing, that reporter questioned my judgment in hiring Grant and Natalie.
Well, that is his job, Steve. I mean, to create issues, to find issues, and to cloud issues.
Even so, do you think that I could have done anything more to prevent what happened?
Sure, if you had your crystal ball.
Maybe it's our hiring practices. Maybe we're not thorough enough, not alert to small discrepancies, something.
Oh, Steve, for heaven's sakes, I know personally the screening process that potential doctors have to go through to get into general. And regardless of that, if it took the WSB this long to discover the identities of Grant and Natalie, then how can the world, can anybody blame us for not having done so?
Good point. Still, I'm so angry at myself for being taken in by those two.
We're all shocked.
You know that Jake Myers had the unmitigated gall to ask me to support Grant's work here?
Well, professionally, I wouldn't have any problem with that.
What?
I mean, I think that Grant is very competent as a doctor.
Monica, what he did was highly unethical, to say the least.
Look, I am not condoning his personal ethics.
They're one and
Steve.
the same thing. Do I have to remind you that he used someone else's credentials to get into medical school?
Ah, but he did go to medical school, and he is a doctor.
His whole medical career was a sham, a farce as far as I'm concerned.
No, excuse me. I think what he did with his patients was remarkable.
Well, we were lucky in that regard. We could have had a few malpractice suits, then what? But, Monica, I'm astonished to see you stick up for him like this.
I am only making my evaluation as a doctor,
Well,
Steve.
doctor or not, he's a fraud and a liar. And he's done a great deal of damage to General Hospital's reputation. And as far as I'm concerned, it's never going to happen again.
On All My Children.
Ain't nobody gonna adopt my son.
Jesse,
Nobody's gonna take my baby from me.
it's too late. I have already signed the adoption papers.
And on the edge of night, Jody's trapped. Can Preacher save her from Robbie? Plus, celebrate ABC Daytime's 25th anniversary, all next week.
Hi.
Hi.
That looks good.
Well, I made enough for two.
Got enough for 4. I've had a rough day.
You got it. There you go.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, the olives.
Kiss. I had every intention of being very angry when I walked through that door.
Well, what changed your mind?
2 things. Seeing your face and realizing that you were right about something.
Oh, yeah?
We do have unfinished business here at home.
Well, just tell me what it is and, you know, make any suggestions. I'm open.
Well, there is something that I have to tell you. The problem is there's not too much that you can do about it.
Well, look, if it's a problem, you know I can take care of it. Don't
No,
worry.
it's not exactly, well, it is a problem, but it isn't.
You want to run that one by me again?
I've had a very difficult time deciding how to tell you this.
Look, you know you can tell me anything.
This I'm not so sure.
Why?
Because I don't know how you're going to react to it.
Well, I guess there's only one way of finding out.
Well, first of all, I want you to know that this is something that makes me very happy.
Then I guess it's going to make me very happy, too.
If I believed that, I would have told you ages ago.
Now, look, you're driving me crazy. Now, come on. Would you please tell me?
Okay, Brock? I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant?
I've known for a while. I just didn't know how to tell you. Say something.
I don't know what to say.
Well, then say anything. You love the idea? You hate the idea?
Let's just say that I'm thrown by the idea.
You're not happy about it?
Well,
Tell me.
no, I'm not.
I was afraid of that.
Look, Bobbie, you just have to give me some time for it to sink in. I have to, you know, it's something that I have to get used to.
Well, I hope you do, because I intend to keep it.
Now, look, don't get uptight about the whole situation. You can understand my surprise. I mean, it isn't something that we planned on.
Well, you can't plan on everything in life.
I can. I can plan on loving you no matter what. Come here.
Baby?
Sure. And the baby.
Yeah, one guy's down at the boathouse, the other guy's at the front gate. Nobody should get by the house.
Well, so far, I haven't seen any reporters since I got home.
And you won't. I'm telling you. That's for sure.
You did a fine job, my boy.
Daddy, anybody could have done it.
Yeah, but nobody did. Well, it's nice to know that somebody has their head screwed on straight during a crisis. You know, blast that phone.
I'll handle it. Yeah? Yeah, who wants to know? Excelsior Books?
Another publishing company?
Yeah, well, I can handle things for the Quartermains.
Mm-hmm. More and more.
Fifth Avenue? I'm sorry, I can't do that. My apartment is on the park, and I never leave it. Paperback? What's the matter? Our story isn't good enough for hardcover? Oh, you mean a paperback after hardcover? And a movie deal? Great, I've always wanted to direct. You don't think you can do that? Well, the other publishing company said that I could. Uh-huh. You will check into it. Okay, fine. One thing is very important. I will call you. Don't call me. Got it? Fine. Bye. Don't hold your breath.
That's telling him, my boy, you're terrific.
What a charming little tableau.
Oh, my. Just about the time I thought it was safe to relax.
Oh, is our presence interfering with something?
Not any more than usual.
You're really spending an inordinate amount of time here, Jimmy Lee, aren't you?
I just wanted to see if I could help.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy Lee. Why don't you stay down in that gatehouse that you were so fussy about living in? And if we need you, we'll call you.
But don't hold my breath, right?
Is there something amusing about it?
Yes, constantly.
Look, I better get out of here and check on the guards.
Why don't you have another drink?
I'll take a rain check.
I really am getting awfully fed up with him being around here all the time.
I'm fed up with your rudeness.
This is our house, Edward.
Yes, and one that would be absolutely intolerable to live in if Jimmy Lee hadn't posted some security guards around here to keep those blasted reporters away.
I was thinking about doing that myself.
Well, why didn't you?
Because I was occupied with other things like work.
Now, while you're busy at work, this damn phone's been ringing off the hook. Jimmy Lee is taking care of that, too.
Well, goody. Tomorrow I'll have a medal made up for him.
Well, he'd deserve it. He's done more to restore peace around this house than a few other names I could mention.
Are you referring to me?
Figure that out for yourself. Or does Jimmy Lee have to do that for you, too?
I'll ignore that remark because I think that you're under a lot of strain lately.
You do just that.
I need a drink.
So do I. Where is Celia?
She's taking a walk on the ground somewhere.
You think that's wise?
She's safe. Thanks to Jimmy Lee.
He's under a strain. I gotta keep telling myself that.
Even if it kills you. You want this on the rocks or straight up?
Straight up.
That's so.
I knew what to do.